Hi everyone. Something that has come up quite a number of times is the idea of having your Localgov Drupal subsites look different to your other pages, maybe by having a different background color in the header, or the header having extra padding, or a full complete redesign on specific subsites. So let's have maybe a little look at how we might do that. Um, this is the homepage of a Localgov Drupal site, and the homepage, is actually a subsite overview page. But let's have a look at, say, the fostering page here, which is also a subsite overview page. Now, if I edit this page here, I know we've got the field for, where is it gone here? The field for the theme, the visual theme, which is set to default. This is supposed to put a class into the body for us, but I can't seem to get it to work. So I'll kind of show you what I mean here. If I go to content types, subsite overview, manage fields, and I add a second, where's the visual theme? I add a second item in here. So we got team A. If we add in team B and call this new team, when I edit my subsite page here and I change this to new team and save, this probably will work this time, but it wasn't working for me earlier on today. And I inspect my HTML here and look at my body classes. I don't see team 2 as one of the classes. We got toolbar icon 9, toolbar tray open, toolbar horizontal, toolbar fixed, users logged in, path node, page type, Localgov subsites overview. So I'm not sure, do we need to file a bug or something to say that that's not working, or if it's supposed to work in a way that I'm just not expecting it. But in any case, even with that field is only available on the subsite overview pages. So what I've done, I kind of was playing around earlier on, and as a proof of concept, what I decided to do was create a new vocabulary. And the reason I'm using vocabulary is so that editors can have as many of these as they want. And we call this subsites. And then I'm going to say that the terms inside this vocabulary are, and for convenience, we call them subsite 1 and subsite. Oh no, I don't want to be convenient. Actually, I want to call them something specific. We call it fostering. So this is what our fostering design should look like, and maybe elections, and maybe I don't know, we say Christmas. And then I have subsite 1 in, so I'll leave that because you might decide to have subsite 1, subsite 2, subsite 3, or design 1, design 2, design 3, whatever you want like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new field on the subsite overview page. I'll call that field subsite. So that's a taxonomy term reference field. And we'll say then that can reference taxonomy terms of type subsites. Okay, and on the manage form display, I'll just move this up to the top so it's easy for us to see it. And make it a select list. So what we're going to say is that when we create this subsite, that it belongs to the subsite design pattern of whatever we choose in here. Now I'm going to also add the same field to, actually I'll hide this on the display as well. I'm going to add the same field then to the subsite page content type. And we could add this field to any content types we want. We could add this to the news, events, and things like that. So, if a news or event or a directory is inside a subsite, then it would get the same styling that we're going to see in a moment. So it's field subsite here and save it. Okay. And just hide it on this page here because we won't need it. Okay, so what this means now is when I'm editing, say, the fostering page, I can edit here and choose the subsite is fostering. I'm not sure why we're given the term IDs here, but it doesn't particularly matter. So we can choose fostering, or we can choose subsite 1, or we can choose elections. So this will just then give us the styling that we're going to need in a few minutes. So this is the fostering landing page. Now that does nothing, of course, on its own. So if I inspect the HTML up here again, we're not going to see fostering or anything in here. But what we do have is that each taxonomy term has an ID. So the taxonomy for fostering there we saw was, I think it was 14. So if we were to, let me just grab a bit of code I was playing with earlier on, just to make this a little bit faster. Oops. And let's see. So I'm going to do this directly in the Scarfolk team. I know I'm not supposed to, but just for ease of getting things done. So inside here, I'm going to put in this code here, and I need to get one more line as well. This one here. Okay. So what we're going to say here is that we're going to pre-process HTML. We're going to check that we're actually on a node. There's a field called has subsite, field subsite, and we only want to work on nodes that have this field here. And this being fairly generic, then this could appear on events or news or other pages if we wanted. So then we're going to say that if it has that field, and also if the field has a value inside it, so that is actually set, because remember that field is available on the homepage, but we haven't set it because we haven't edited the homepage, but we want the homepage to look like the rest of our site. So it's only if that field has a value inside it. What we want to do is get the ID of the taxonomy term of the subsite. So in the case of fostering, I think that was 14. In the case of elections, that was maybe 15 or whatever that was. And then we'll add some extra classes into the body element of the website. So I'll save this, and when I clear my caches now, we should see that appearing for us. Okay, so let's inspect this now. And all going well. Yeah, so now we've got two classes. We've got a class called subsite and a class called subsite --14. So the way we designed the base theme was that we have certain variables, and variables can be overridden via a subtheme. So in the base theme, the header background color, let's say, is color accent. And then on a subtheme, you might say color accent equals red rather than the blue we have here in Scarfolk. But that should also work within sections of the website rather than just the overall theme itself. So if we look at Scarfolk CSS files, let's see. I might add I'm going to add a new. I'll add a new file called subsite/subsite.css. Now we probably should have one here called, this probably should be called subsite13.css, subsite 14, so we can have those changes, but just kind of get the general idea, we'll put these in here. So if we said subsite --14 color accent we'll go with just purple just for now, and then we're going to need to create a library for this. Actually, we won't. We'll add this into our. Yeah, we do need to create a library for this. So we'll say call it subsite 13 CSS team CSS/subsite/sub. CSS. Now we probably again need or should use a library space for subsite 13, subsite 14, subsite 15 and things like that, and then only apply these libraries on the pages that actually have these classes. But just for proof of concept, we'll leave it at this. So we got actually, let's call this subsites, and add our library in here to the now. I think that should be enough that this gets added into the global library, replaces part of that. So let's clear the cache and see, did that do anything for us? CSS file should be key value pairs. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Oh yeah. Okay, looks good. And come back to the home page. Just make sure we're on the same website. So lgd.mc.anar.ie and /fostering. So there you go. That's how we can choose a different kind of color scheme for different sections of the website. Let's have a look at what happens when we scroll down the page. We can see the accent color gets inherited all the way throughout. If we want to make things a little bit different, if we want to say that something like, what did I do earlier on? Let's see, grab here. And back. Okay, so I was working on what was called subsite 13, so we're going to change that to subsite 14 and refresh. Okay, so what I've done with this is that I've given the background color, or the accent color has changed this kind of purpley color, and I gave a white kind of box shadow of white at the bottom of this, and then followed by one of the purple as well. And I think that's the same on the on the footer. Then I've done the same, and that's, I mean, it's not a design I'd actually go for in real life, but it's going to kind of show how we can make things look quite different. There should be some. No, there won't be just yet, will there? Yeah, there will. No, don't for a minute. So let's look at a subpage of fostering. So fostering is the subsite itself, and that's got the class or the taxonomy term of fostering. But the fostering process, so a page inside fostering, is still going to look like the main website. So we can edit this page here now, and we can set the subsite that this should have a theme from to be fostering as well. So taxonomy term 14, and save that. And then we can see how we can build up fostering process, and all of the other pages inside it. We can just edit them to add this style to it. If, for example, then we had another subsite overview, I don't know if we do actually. Let's say we had one just using the default content here, so I'm not sure how many of these we've got. A test subsite to demo all the components. So here's one. So this one should look like our default Scarfolk theme. Okay, it does. And let's choose elections maybe as a subsite color, and elections is taxonomy term 15. So we'll save this. This won't make any difference here now because we haven't actually added any CSS yet. But then if we came down here and we said that subsite 15, that the accent color for that is going to be I don't know, let's go with this kind of pinky color. Do I want to do any? No, we'll just leave that. Actually, we will. Yeah, we'll also say that subsite 15.lgd header padding. I'm going to go with 5 rem. Now again, this would be pretty ugly, but it kind of illustrates the point that we can do a lot of things and make things look quite different with very little work. So let's refresh this one here now. Okay, so now you can see that we've got a different color and different spacing in the heading. We could have a background gradient in here as well, or lots of other things. And we can, because the class is at the very top of the body element level, we can change anything on the page to look any way we want by by just prepending that class to whatever CSS we're going to look at. Another interesting thing about this is that since everything in Localgov base was built with variables, we can change a lot of things by just changing a variable a parameter. So in Scarfolk, we've said that when you're looking at breadcrumbs, let's see, can we go a little bit deeper here? Here, when you look at breadcrumbs, they have 2 forward slashes. In our default theme, it's got a chevron kind of angle, but I've said that in subsite 14, I want the breadcrumb divider to be two colons, and I want the link color to be the same as the accent color. And we'll see what happens then if we look at a fostering process page. We can see then here. So in this part of the website, we got 2 colons for our what do we call these? Breadcrumb dividers. So that's it. That's very, very simple. You know, how we could look at subsites that can be different, radically different if we want, to the rest of the website, and then you can remove the menus from these subsites and put in different menus and things like that. We've seen some very nice work that Andy, I think it was, did in Croydon for this this type of feature. So that's it. Any questions, hit me up on Slack or Twitter or wherever.